Hello everybody, we're going to continue talking about solving multi-step equations by looking at equations with brackets. So here we see we have some brackets, so before we can start to solve for x, first we have to expand. We need to multiply 4 times x to get 4x, and 4 times -3 to get -12. We don't have to expand anything on the right-hand side, so it stays as 3x minus 7. The next thing I want to do is gather all of my terms with variables on the left-hand side. It doesn't have to be the left-hand side, but it's common to do so. So I need to get rid of this 3x. Right now, this is a positive 3x. So if I want to make it 0, I have to subtract 3x. And if I do a negative 3x on the right-hand side, I have to do a negative 3x on the left-hand side. When I do that, 4x minus 3x gives me just x. And the minus 12, nothing's happened to, it stays right there. On this side, 3x minus 3x gives me 0x, so I don't need to write it. And there's still a -7. Now, if I want to get x by itself, I need to get rid of this minus 12. Well, the opposite of subtracting 12 is adding 12. And if I add 12 to the left-hand side, I have to add 12 to the right-hand side too. So here I end up with x plus 0. I don't need to write that plus 0. And -7 plus 12, I end up with 5. So x equals 5. Wasn't as hard as it looked. This one's a little more challenging because we do have 2 brackets that we need to work with. So for example, D, we need to first multiply 2 times 3t. That gives me 6t. And multiply the 2 times 3 and keep the t. And multiply 2 times 5 to get 10. Then I multiply -4 times 2t to get -8t. And -4 times -1 to give me +4. On the right-hand side, I just have 6. The next thing I'm going to do is collect my like terms. I see I have a 6t and a -8t. That's going to give me -2t. And I have a +10 and a +4. That's going to give me +14. So now I've collected my like terms. My next step is to try and get t by itself. So I know I want to isolate, I want to try and get this -2t by itself. So I have to do the opposite. Right now it's being, 14 is being added to -2t. If I want to get rid of adding 14, I'm going to subtract 14. But if I do it to the left-hand side, I also have to do it to the right-hand side. Okay, so I end up with -2t. Okay, and then if I add 14 and take away 14, it's like nothing happened. It's like adding 0. I don't need to write that. But on this side, 6 minus 14 doesn't give me 0. It gives me -8. Okay, so now I have an equation, -2t equals -8. And if I'm trying to get t by itself, right now t is being multiplied by -2. So I have to do the opposite of multiplying by -2, which is dividing by -2. And if I do it to the left-hand side, I have to do it to the right-hand side as well. So if I divide both sides by -2, on the left-hand side, I get just 1t. I don't have to write the 1. It's invisible. And on the right-hand side, I get -8 minus 2, which is 4. So t equals 4. All right, so now we've taken a look at lots of different ways that we can solve equations. Please practice those, and when I'm back at school, we will go through any questions that you have. Thank you.